As long as I can
Face
remember,
to face
I've dreamed
with the
of standing face to
world's
face
deadliest
with the Arctic's
predators.
most iconic predator, the polar bear.
Pause. 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 Is that polar bear standing on grass? Why he's squinting? What, bro? Look at him. He's squinting. Bruh, I thought polar bears lived in the snow, bro. What is he doing
Not
on
from the safety of a
grass?
vehicle or an armored hide, but on foot.
Yeah, I would not mess with no polar bear. I'm sorry, I don't. That's one thing I don't like. Unless you behind the zoo glass, like.
Wilderness of Churchill, Canada.
I don't gotta see you,
landed
big
at
dog.
Nana Polar Bear Lodge, a camp so isolated it's only accessible by plane.
I think what people probably don't understand when they look at this is the fact that we are hundreds of miles from anything. Like, this is so remote. We're the only ones here in an area the entire size of the state of California. That's insane.
Stretching for thousands of square miles, this sprawling tundra is home to one of the largest polar bear populations in the world. And these bears are no joke. Weighing in at up to 1,500 pounds and standing 10 feet tall, polar bears are the largest carnivores to walk.
It looked hot there.
They can also outrun a human with ease, reaching speeds of up to 25 miles per hour. And here's
that's
the
crazy.
kicker. They've been known to hunt humans. But if I was going to tick this one off
They
the
hunt
bucket
anything
list,
that moves.
first, we needed to track down these bears. With territories spanning up to 730,000 square miles and the ability to travel over 10 miles in a single day, this was not going to be easy.
All right, here we go. We are loading up into the buggies, and we're gonna head out and look for bears from the ATVs, and then we'll approach on foot from there.
And it didn't take long for us to see the first sign that we were on the right track.
That's crazy.
As we head out here, we've just come into a little muddy spot along the track, and you can see the difference in the size of the animals we're looking for. So this is from the black bear, possibly the one around the lodge. You can see it's maybe 6 inches, and the way the toes come along the top of the pad here. And you compare that with the size of a polar bear foot. Like, look at that. It's
Goodness gracious.
massive from such a big animal. So really cool. There's a lot of bears around here.
That was not a no. That wasn't a bear. That was too big. That last little snippet they skipped to.
So alive
Yeah, that was not a real bear.
in summer months is the fact
no
that almost
fucking way.
everything is edible. The ground here is covered in gooseberries, soapberries, and sea asparagus, creating a
be eating
feast
everything.
for birds, smaller mammals, and even black bears.
Excuse me.
All of whom gorge on this vegetation.
Why do
during
the eyes
warmer
look far?
months. But for the polar bear, this landscape offers something much more
I felt like he was staring into my soul
There's
just
a
now.
vertebrae of a beluga here, and as you come this way,
Beluga.
this terrible scent of rotten death, which is of course from the dead beluga.
How did a beluga get out in the mud?
And you can see just there are tracks everywhere. The bears have clearly ripped this to shreds. Now here's the skull right here, which you can see is pretty stinky, pretty gross. But there's even wolf tracks around, so really, really cool that we just happened to be here at a time in the summer when a kill was made and the remnants of it are around.
He said a
All of
beluga.
these
Where's the
bears could
ocean?
be
All I see is
But
grass.
one of the bears that had gorged on the beluga carcass hadn't traveled far. And as we looked around, we realized he wasn't just passing through. He was close.
All right, so look at that. We've just come up on our first.
So they're looking at this.
Now it's hot out today. It's probably in that mid-80s. And that bear is hunkered down, sitting in a cool puddle to stay cold.
Bro, he peeking at them and stuff, bro. What is that bear
Less than
doing?
100 feet away,
That
just
bear's smart.
hanging out in the bushes. We're really hoping he'll pop his head up and get a look at it. So we're looking at the bear through Mitch's beautiful lens here. Now what's interesting,
I'm so
if you look here,
confused.
is as you look at
Polar
the bear
bears
right
live in
here,
the sun, bro? I didn't
he
know
looks
that.
Massive. He's this giant white.
I thought they
teddy
all
bear
live
on
in like
the
Alaska in the
horizon. You see
ice.
the ears right here. See how they're pretty high up on his head and pretty far forward. That means he's a younger bear. He's probably 7, 8 years old, maybe even 6. Once they hit 10 and they start getting older, those ears will slide back further on that big old head. So this guy is massively impressive, but in the world of bears, he's basically a medium, maybe even a schmedium.
But this bear was just lounging around in the midday sun after a full meal. And honestly, this wasn't quite the adrenaline-pumping, on-foot encounter I was hoping for.
You better not get
However,
that encounter.
luck was on our side, and soon we found another large male bear.
Ooh,
But this time, things were about to get a whole lot more intense.
he heard you.
Look at this. This is insane. I don't know what this black bear is thinking. He's
Oh.
moving in here on on this.
Oh, he didn't hear you. He heard the freaking polar bear. He heard the black bear.
Get something pretty exciting happening here.
That motherfucker is big, bro.
What a dream come true this was, to be out here on the Arctic tundra with Churchill Wild, tracking
That was
down
actually
not
kind of
just polar bears,
exciting.
but black bear, polar bear interactions on foot. Truly, truly a dream come true.
Don't talk too loud.
2 days of non-stop
Bro, his
searching
nose
for polar
crooked.
bears,
He been
I
in
was
some
ready for
fights, bro. He
rest.
got slapped
The
up.
day was not over yet.
Another polar bear hit him. His nose over here going sideways, bro. Looking like a soccer
Of
kid.
its many surprises.
Okay, so Mitch has just woken me up.
Ronaldo
It's
probably
the middle
kicked
of
him in the
night.
nose.
Oh my God, I can see him.
See who?
Dude, that is the Northern Lights right
Oh,
there.
that's
I've wanted to see
fine.
those my entire life. And right here, look at how this is glowing above me.
What?
It's absolutely insane. It's so
I
spectacular.
want to go see
Let me
that
turn
with
the
my
camera around.
eyes.
Look at that sky. That's my finger. I f***ed it up. It's starting to
Another
wind
camera
down.
can't really
And so am I.
put that into
Luckily, I have this
justice.
Magic Mind sleep elixir. Cheers to you guys. Cheers, buddy.
The man said elixir like he in a video game, like he just popped the potion.
Up on the horizon, you can see a little cluster of white specks over there, and sure enough, I'm counting 6 polar bears sitting right on that horizon.
Better not push up on
because
them.
It's so flat and it's so open. They've moved down to the coast. You can spot them from what we probably are 3 or 4 miles away. We're gonna approach on the buggies, then hop off and approach closer on foot.
I would
But
probably
this
stay
is
on the
it.
buggy.
We've spotted some
The
polar bears.
buggy's
They're out in
faster
the
than you.
open.
That camera
About
is
to get really
insane.
exciting.
Did you see the camera lens on that camera? The camera lens probably $2 million.
Here, and a mother and cub out in the water.
That's why they can do this and zoom in so far.
This big guy right here.
But as soon as this big male locked eyes with us,
Ooh.
he started to move in, his body language shifting.
Ooh.
Things were about to get really intense.
He's coming to us too.
Yeah, he has a set down, shoulder to shoulder, nice tight group, all on one side.
So
all
they
on
have
one
to
side.
look big. They had like the
Standing
humans.
shoulder to shoulder to make ourselves look bigger, we stayed super still, and the big male eventually lost interest in us. But
That's
soon
crazy.
he picked up a new target, turning his attention to a nearby female and her 2 vulnerable cubs.
Uh-oh.
Look at this. We managed to approach this beautiful mama bear and her 2 cubs.
Oh yeah, you better get away from her.
Literally only feet away from the world's largest land predator. Now, interestingly enough, as the cubs feed on the carcass, you can see that big male bear is coming in, and the female, in an attempt to warn him, has gone broadside to show how large she is to the male. She's not threatened by us at all. What she is.
Bro, the polar bears are doing exactly what the humans just did.
Murder baby.
They're all standing shoulder to shoulder in front of that dude, and
This
he
was
walked
the moment
away.
I'd been waiting for. Coming
That's
face to
crazy,
face
bro. The
with
polar
not
bear-
just
that-
one,
what?
But 4 wild polar bears in the remote Canadian Arctic.
That's
It's a moment
crazy.
I will never forget. But the adventure does not stop here. The bucket list is long, and there are still so many incredible animals.
Yeah, that's
out there for me to
fire, bro.
find.
I did not
Thank
know
you so
polar
much
bears
for
lived
watching,
in
and I'll see
grass,
you
bro.
on
I
the
thought they
next
all
adventure.
lived in snow.